Hey guys, this is Miss Arlequin, and in this video, we are going to be learning our new vocabulary words. These are the cartoon vocabulary words, group number 6. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our vocabulary sheet, and as part of our routine, we are going to be rating our prior knowledge of our 4 new vocabulary words. Remember, 1, never seen or heard the word before. 4, you're an expert. You're going to say, move over, Miss Arlequin. I'm teaching this word. First word is gloat. Second word is dispel. Third word is aversion. And the fourth word is affinity. All right, so we're going to start with the word gloat. Now, if you gloat, it means that you express great satisfaction at the misfortune of others. So, for example, if your team scores a big win, it would be better not to gloat. Be happy for your win, but don't laugh at their loss. All right, so sometimes you gloat when someone has rejected the help that you've offered. So if your little sister won't listen to your advice on how to improve her essay, and then she comes home with a bad grade, it would be really difficult not to gloat and say, haha, I told you so. All right, so once again, gloat is a verb. When you gloat, you are happy about somebody else's failure. So our example sentence says, I've heard about this team. If they lose to us, they'll gloat. They'll be happy about our failure. That their mascot is faster than ours in the wild. All right, so then you can see the joke is the fact that it's the penguins versus the cheetahs. All right, our next word is the word dispel. When you dispel something, it means that you're getting rid of something that's bothering or threatening you, regardless of whether it's warts, which obviously you would want to dispel. Could also just be worries, so it doesn't have to be something physical, it could be something mental, or it could be something dangerous like wild dogs. So the nifty thing about dispel is that you can use it when you're talking about emotional problems like worries and fears, but also physical ones like those wild dogs. Now, you should note, however, that when dispel is used in reference to like physical foes, some kind of physical conflict like a fight, it often has the added meaning of you scattering your opponents in all directions. So when you dispel the samurais as they surrounded you, they're all going all over the place. So again, when you dispel a pack of wild dogs, you should just chase them off or drive away a lone wolf. But good luck with that. I would probably run the other way if I saw a wolf, not try to dispel it. All right, so once again, this is a verb. It's an action that you do. You get rid of something by driving it away. So if you just throw something in the garbage, that's not usually a good use of the word dispel. It's got to be where you are really trying to drive it away with some kind of physical actions. I can dispel rumors that the earth is flat. My new theory is that it's shaped like a banana. So in this case, how is he going to dispel those rumors? Well, it's not going to be something physical. In this case, if you want to dispel rumors, you're going to have to start other rumors. So it's going to be through talking. He's going to dispel them verbally, spreading gossip. All right, our next word is aversion. If you have an aversion to something, you have an intense dislike for it. Commonly, it's food, but you could also have an aversion to black and white movies, driving with the windows open, or taking calls from salespeople. All right, so here we see that aversion is a noun. It is not a verb. You can't say I aversion something, and you're not going to use it as an adjective to describe anything. You would have to talk about having an aversion. So really, you should usually team it up with the verb to have. I have an aversion to acorns, but still have the nagging urge to gather something. All right, and our final word is affinity. Affinity is when you get along with someone very well, then you have an affinity for them. Sometimes opposites attract, and you might feel a strange affinity. So this is a feeling, a strange affinity to someone who is seemingly very different from you. Basically, affinity is a fondness or an attraction towards something. Again, it is a noun, so you're not going to say, I affinity my best friend. you have to team it up with the verb have. You have an affinity, or he has an affinity. In the comic strip here, my son has an affinity for snakes. He has a fondness for snakes, or he has an attraction to snakes. He also has an affinity for leaving their cage door open. All right, so now it is time to apply our knowledge of these 4 new vocabulary words by writing our example sentences. You do have the sentence frames that are on the screen. Please feel free to use them or take the challenge and just come up with your own sentences. Of course, another challenge, one that will get you bonus points, is to use previous vocabulary words. So if you can have more than one vocabulary word in your sentence, that is going to be taken into consideration, and you will get points from that. Make sure that your sentences, of course, have context clues. Think about the 5 W's. As many of the 5 W's as you can include is usually going to make a more detailed sentence, and one that does help your reader kind of figure out what the word means.